on for a second just to talk, because we get a lot of pushback about writing down the descriptions. We get it. You don't want to track your time down to the 10th of an hour. We hear that a lot, and that's why you went into criminal law. But this is the system, and this is the system we're going to use. I know that if it were a private client, you might do it a different way, and maybe someone gives you a flat fee, or maybe someone gives you a truckload of cash, and if you don't use it all, you give some back. That's nice, but private people aren't paying you or us to do this. It's the people of Alameda, and they demand accounting as part of this program, so there's really no way around it. I know we have a lot of good lawyers. I don't care if you're the best brief writer or best cross-examiner. We are not going to pay you if you don't fill in the descriptions correctly. I know some people resent this and they tell us, and that's fine, but if the resentment translates into submitting inadequate information, we're not going to pay you. So the easier path is to take a couple extra seconds, a few extra seconds per line, and just provide a clear description of the work that you did. And we're looking for enough detail that you, a fellow attorney, somebody a year from now could pick this up and compare it to similar cases, similar charges, and review it. If you were in a department all morning, you don't need to account for every minute, like I said, but do write down briefly what you did. Like, met the client, waited for co-counsel, entered plea. That's a decent description. For out-of-court time, please be more specific. If you read discovery, don't just say you read discovery. Tell the reader that you read a 200-page police report, or that you sifted through the client's health records. It's pretty common sense based. If you think about it from our perspective, if you look at somebody who reads discovery every month and magically it's about the same amount of money, the same amount of hours, it starts to look fishy. But if you're filling in detail for work that you did, then it doesn't. It's you getting paid for the work that you did, which is what we want. We want there to be a presumption of paying you for work that you do, and that everyone's telling the truth here. So please fill it in. Like I said, it doesn't need to be a book, but it shouldn't be vague and resentful either. So, like I said, you have 5 rows on this page. If you run out of room, use the next page. I would save it often. This is your record. You can always open it up and complete it later. I'm sure you can do this a lot of different ways. You can fill it in every day that you work as a ritual, fill it in every week, or maybe do it once a month. I don't know. Different people do it different ways. Some people have applications on their phones that they use to track time. Some people use pen and paper. So down here, you would execute it in Oakland, or wherever you may be, when you finish this. Today is July 3rd, 2013. Oh, see, it doesn't like my format because it wants the date. Fair enough. Fine, 7/3/13. And then right here is where you can sign it electronically. There's a little process that it'll take you through. It's self-explanatory. I'm not going to do it right now. It's kind of time-consuming for our purposes at the moment. So I'm just going to cancel, pretend that it's signed, save it one last time. Before I close it, I will say one thing. Some people have said, well, what if I get the case on the 29th of the month and I only do an hour's worth of work? Then I have to redo all of this stuff up here, all of this case information. It's time-consuming and painful. Well, it's not, because let's say you work for an hour. So you would fill this out, write down that you did the arraignment for an hour, and then close it. And then if you do work in July, just open this form again, and all the information is already there, and just save it as. There's no need to redo it. So close it. We don't need this one because we didn't do that much work because we got assigned late in the month. And now that I have completed my fee declaration for Class D client, let's assume maybe I did one for Carlos as well. What I would do is I would go over to my email browser, go to Gmail, log in, and make a new email to a Steele E-S-T, just so you can see, E-S-T-I-A-L is how to spell her name, at ACBA. I'm just writing this, not logging in as her. But that's the address you send it to, and attach it. Those PDFs that we just made. You could also kind of do it the other way. You could open up your folder and right-click and say send to, and then you can send it as a mail recipient. So these things would automatically go as attachments to a Steele, and hit send. And make sure you do that by the 15th of every month for the calendar month before, and then you get paid the 5th of the following month. So that's it. Give me a call if you have any questions or comments or concerns. If you like this way of communicating or if you don't. And have a happy 4th of July, everybody.